Good evening, Sipamanda. Just tell us what happened today with these evictions. How many people are homeless tonight?
Well, we are told by community leaders that there are more than 5,000 people who had decided to occupy this block of flats in Fleurhof. They came here on Friday, so from Friday they have been living here. These flats have been vacant. They have not been allocated to people. There were people who were living here before, but they were evicted. So on Friday, a group of people from different areas in and around Johannesburg came here to occupy these flats, but today the soldiers, the police and the Red Ants came here to evict them. As I'm doing this interview with you, you can see in the background, I'm going to ask my colleague Omesh to show you, some of them are still here. They say they will sleep here. Many of them have loaded their stuff and left, but they have promised to come back here. The situation is still tense in Fleurhof because the Red Ants and the police are still here. And on my right, unfortunately, you won't be able to see because it's too dark now, but I can tell you that I see people's belongings. I'm talking about blankets, beds, sofas, and everything is scattered all over here. It's been a very tense day today. Rubber bullets were used, but right now we are joined by a community leader who will tell us more about what transpired here today. Sisunomza Mohadebe, thank you very much for your time. First of all, let's talk about where are you going to sleep tonight?
Hi, we don't have a place to sleep. The Red Ants just came in the morning, but they took us out, but and then today, but what we did, we are gonna sit here and sleep outside if it comes to a push, because they just evicted us. They didn't give us a place to stay. They didn't tell us from here from here ukuthi siyakuphi. So asazi ukuthi sizoyakuphi namhlanje because sisuke endaweni ezidifferent, asinamali kumanje siqhubeka sihleli la sifuna indawo yokulala sizolala ngaphandle.
They say you have been illegally occupying these flats. Is that true?
No, it's not. It's not true because we came. The flats were empty. There were no one. Our criminals are vandalizing the places. We found Gucci. There's no windows. There's no toilets. There's nothing. Every criminal activity it's been held here. That is why we decided as a community that we're gonna come sit here and occupy the place because there's too many crimes. There's too many boys that are busy invading here.
We understand that there were reports of umuntu odutshuliwe washona. Is that true? We have not verified that with the police, but do you know of anyone who was shot earlier on who eventually passed away?
Yes, it's true. It's a guy who was shot by the I don't know whether it's the cops or the metros, but there is a guy that's identified that we did go see the person. It's a male.
Okay. So what happens moving forward? Because the Red Hands are still here, the police are still here. There is a standoff as we speak. You are adamant that you are not leaving. Police and Red Hands are adamant that you will have to go.
We're not going anywhere. We're going to stay here. We're going to sleep here because there's too many of us here. We don't know. We don't have anywhere to go. So what must we do? Because the government, the Red Hands came here and they evicted us. So if they had a plan, they were supposed to place us there where they took the eviction has been made. So I think up until this point because they decided we best keep her.
Do you have any information about those who were injured? I saw one lady who was severely injured. Do you know how many people were injured in total?
I can say 3 because 2 there were ambulance and then the one guy that has been shot. So it's 3 that I know of.
Okay, thank you very much for time. Well, basically, residents are adamant that they are not living here tonight. Red Ants and police are here keeping an eye on them. The situation is still very much tense here. We will continue to monitor that, and we are trying by all means to get a comment from the MEC for Human Settlements in Gauteng.
You know, Sipamanda, what I don't understand is that we are told that during lockdown, evictions mustn't happen. So that I don't understand. Perhaps you have some insight. And the other thing we know is that if you are illegally occupying government land, then government is duty-bound to provide alternative accommodation. It doesn't look like the process has been followed on the surface in either of those matters.
Indeed, and that's what the residents are saying. They are saying it's fine, they are willing to move, but government must take them somewhere, government must provide. And also they have raised that point about the lockdown. As you understand that we are still under the lockdown, they are saying they were also of the view, according to their information, which is general information, South Africans know that during this period it was announced that no one should be evicted. They are raising those questions, and those are the questions we are hoping to pose to Gauteng provincial government to say, how did this happen, whereas we are still under lockdown? There was a pronouncement that no one will be evicted, and we have made contact with the office of the MEC in Gauteng for Human Settlement. After this, we will be trying by all means to interview him. He has asked us to get in touch with him. After this, we'll get in touch with him and pose those questions to him.
And Siphamandla, please do get back to us when you get an answer, but also reports. You were chatting to Nomzamo Radebe now about reports that there has been one death, that there was one man lying in the veld. Community is saying it absolutely haven't happened, but you're saying the police have not confirmed that.
Personally, I've been trying to get hold of the police to confirm that, but it is confirmed that one person died during the commotion earlier, but we have not been able as ENCA to get a confirmation from the police. We've been trying, we will continue to try, but generally there is that information that one person died here earlier on today. As to what the circumstances were, that's what we're trying to get from the police to establish. But yes, there was a body that was retrieved not very far from where we are standing right now.
Well, thank you very much. Siphamandla Gorge, our reporter on the scene of evictions in Roodepoort.